Does everybody understand English?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. So I started the first sustainable school up in Balochistan, in Shaman. They wanted money and I said, I don't have money, but I have opportunity. So let's talk every day. So for 6 months we talked. So every day I'm talking to the school, helping them grow seeds for the children. They were orphans. And we developed a relationship together to know that this school can thrive without income, but in community support, you can ask for what you want. And I want to remind you that you can ask for what you want. It's important that you ask for what you want. So Syed Azimi will share with you maybe what happened in the schools in your language so you'll understand. But we started with 100 children in 2017. In the Torch family. Torch means the Organization for Realizing Change in Humanity. And what happened is people just started coming to me. So Hammad, Safi, Taqwa, Ahmad, Abdullah, Sameen, many really top youth speakers saying, Mama Lynn, we want to help you. And the beautiful gift last night was Abdullah Sameen said to me in front of everyone, I appreciate the first time you helped me get on Facebook Live and move out of my fear. And this is what we need to help each other with, you know, move out of our fear, but in a comforting way, in a kind way, in a caring way, yeah? We've all grown up with trauma. We've all grown up with difficulties, challenges, every one of us. But if we help support each other, lift each other up, you've got a spiritual pathway to be able to help so much, you know, so many people. And what Usman's given you, my son is a mechanical engineer, and he said your team has done better than any other site that he's seen. So I want to congratulate you all. I'm learning. One of our biggest challenges, we've gone through 5 tech teams. They said they would do something and they didn't do it over and over and over. So it's been really discouraging for me as an American woman because I waited on people because I trust people. So I think building trust, right? And building your integrity. Integrity means a lot, you know? And your integrity comes from your heart. Your integrity comes when we do something when we're not honest or something, it hurts our heart, right? And for me, this relationship to creating a really beautiful collaboration. When your brother and sister beside you says, can you help me with something? I think that the only thing that you're really asking is you're opening yourself up to ask for the integrity that you need. You are the only one that can ask. You're the only one that can ask someone to help. If you're having trouble, you need to be honest and just, you know, sometimes we go to work, and at least for me in Pakistan, when I've been working with people, the first thing I've been telling people now after a couple of years of this, you know, like nobody in integrity with me. But for me, they just weren't willing to tell me what was going on. So I finally picked one person and I said, okay, you're gonna work with me. And he was there last night, Muhammad Jawad. I said, Muhammad Jawad, if you're gonna work with me this time, we're gonna go deep. So I said, you're gonna be my virtual assistant. He's got an artificial intelligence background. He's brilliant on the computer. He's smart, right? We're not gonna do that. We're gonna start with virtual assistant and go back to basics, because I think you have to go back to basics to be able to get your root. Every time that we make mistakes, we go back to basics, right? If you go back to basics, you can learn from other ways. I'm a nurse, and if I can get into a patient's house and be a caregiver, then I get rid of my ego. I get rid of my, you know, pride. I get to get into the dirt and wipe the poop, right? You know, literally, you know? And if I can go into the physical form of being a caregiver, then I can have compassion for my brother and sister that, you know, is there. So I did caregiving for many people, took care of a lot of people. And I think for me, Pakistan has a lot of growth spurts in, also, we came up with a new name this week called Spicy Pakistan. It's my new name for Pakistan because the spice is this kind of like arrogance. It's almost like an arrogance, you know, like, you know, against another person. So I think this is also a big issue in Pakistan. You can't be against each other. You have to go for each other. You know, you have to stand beside each other, not against each other. Like, I know better than you. And I think this happens a lot too here, you know, like I think I don't know anything about the caste system. I don't care to, and I don't really want to. I don't have any need for this. But I heard from somebody, a very prominent teacher. He said the only way you can hire anybody from Pakistan is through Fiverr. And I said, why? He said, because the only way I get people to work for me is I have to chase them down with some bigger name that saying they're going to get beat if they don't do their work. I was shocked. I was like, you're kidding. He said, no, this is how I work with my team. So you either work with one of us and we beat up the, I don't want to use the word beat up, but emotionally, challenge that person. You either do this or you're going to get in trouble. This is terrible. This is terrible. This has to come from a deeper place, I'm not going to do that with my team. They came to me from very big players in Pakistan. They wanted to work with the torch because they wanted to have equality, and I don't believe anybody's higher than anybody else. I just don't. I don't think we're in that for this. And if you can start from that place in this office and say that nobody has higher, yes, Usman is your boss. He has things to get done, and he's, when he gets things done, he gets things done, right? He's action-oriented. He's very action-oriented. But each of you need to stand for that action within yourself. But I think it comes from your passion. So I spoke to all the students this week about curiosity. What's your curiosity about what you're doing? Find something new about what you're doing so you're not getting bored, right? We go to our jobs, we don't want to go to work, we don't want to deal. But being curious about yourself, being curious about your internal struggles, being curious to be able to ask one of your brothers or sisters here, what's going on? Are you okay today? Being curious, and then that curiosity can bring your passion. What's my passion in Google Words? What can I bring to it that's something different, right? What can I bring from a different standpoint of that curiosity to bring passion forward? And then the other thing too is wonder. We all had a dream when we were little, every single one. So when you think about your little child, you have to find that being in you to know that you can follow that child all the way up. But you have to kind of go back. Sometimes we go so fast in life and life moves fast, but if you find that wonder in yourself, that simplicity, that kindness, like, oh, I used to love to run down to the river, or I used to love stones, or I used to love the tree, or I used to like riding my bike really fast in the wind. What does that feel like, And maybe during the day, keep that alive, right? Because you keep the charge, right? You can keep the charge within yourself. So American people have the opposite. They work too much in a way that is prideful. So American people tend to be very prideful. Your society is very humble in my heart. I don't believe you have a pride issue here. I believe you have this other that we just shared. So American people, when you start working with them, there's a lot of hierarchical structures. So you have to be humble in yourself to be able to get over those bridges. And those bridges are going to be a little bit more challenging. Not many people are like me in America to, be soft and kind and gentle. They're going to be hierarchical and, boom. So I think this will scare people. The people that are doing the bigger work, I'm still seeing this mentality like we got to get things done. And I think we're not chasing after the dollar, we're chasing after our hearts in the Torch family. We're chasing after people's hearts. And I think that's what I hope for the next generation. We can witness the kids for what are they interested in. And so we're working in 4 pillars: peace, health, environment, and technology, so we can witness the children, so we can help them grow up in what they love. If somebody likes technology, let's find that boy and do anything we can to help. Let's find the child that's into social, relations and find that. And you could do that in this office. You could do a workshop on, what are your interests in those 4 pillars: peace, health, environment, and technology. And see who's interested, and then charge each other about that. What did you do today to follow your purpose? What did you do to follow your own innate nature? So your office gets enlivened, right? Get some plants. You've got plants already, but eat well. Take care of your health with food. Health is key for this abundance inside your internal form, That's why I eat well. I had a breast tumor at 27. I healed through food. I had 3 kids at that time. It was a really scary time for me. The breast tumor was about the size of a golf ball. And I said, okay, I'm not going to get it operated. I'm going to figure out what this is. But I had already had allergies and all prior. And I think for me, the relationship prior to that was really key for me to go back to, why am I sick? How did I get sick? You will get sick if you're not following your dream. If a child's been hurt, they get sick physically. And I think we do too. We just don't notice it because we're working quickly, okay? So there's something bothering you, you have to go deep into it. You have to stop and go deep into the passion of that. And go deep into the witness of that passion and find out what's wrong. Why am I feeling this way? You know, that's probably enough, but any questions?